So how are you, man?
Doing good.
Congrats.
Doing good. I feel
World
good.
Series champion.
Yeah.
You still feel great to say that all the time?
That never gets old. Still,
and like
still
see the
feels good.
signs here now in the building.
Yeah,
Right? Isn't
when you
that so cool?
Yeah, you catch yourself. You have to pinch yourself every now and then.
Did that really happen?
That happened. Like,
It did.
yeah.
Yeah. Right.
We get to call ourselves champs for the rest of our lives.
You do.
What like if you think, like if you're just sitting on your couch or something and you're daydreaming about it, is there like one moment for you that comes to mind? Is it like celebrating in the clubhouse? Is it like a field moment, a strikeout that you had?
No, nothing really triggers like the playing of the game. It's all about different moments of the teammates and what they did and partying with them for God knows how long.
Right.
And just the experience and just the fact that we can call ourselves champs. So much respect for how hard. We know how hard it is to get there, and for us to be able to punch through and get it. To have that moment. And it's quite a feeling.
Max, do you feel like you lived up to the Caps level of party?
I don't know. I don't know if we got that high. This is to our defense. When we win it, it's cold. It's in the winter, so it's hard to continue to party outside.
True.
And want to jump in fountains and do their whole thing. But see, when they won it, it's in June. It's nice and warm, so it's easier just to keep going and be outside and party. So. I think we did as good a job as we could.
Is it as great as you thought it would be, sort of that feeling? We asked Kurt about it. Like, had you ever won a championship before, like in high school or college or anything like that?
No, I hadn't. So, of course it has. You feel different. You have a different feel for your career. And you just reflect more about different things that have happened in the past of maybe why you didn't punch through before, or you realize that, man, it just takes the right break, right bounce, and you've been a part of really good teams before, and you're just that close to being able to go all the way. So it gives you perspective of how we won, what it took for us to win, what kind of our recipe was, and you just want to emulate and do it again.
And it is that close because, think of the Brewers game.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Oh, yeah, I was going to ask you.
I mean, Josh Hader's on the mound. Odds are, generally speaking, that he's going to close it down.
Yeah, and that's where I swear a baseball guy came down and kicked that ball that Juan Soto just so that Rendon could score. So
and also, like Zim had a great at bat.
Mm-hmm.
He was I think they had him up.
Was that the check swing single up the middle?
I think it was just a broken bat.
Broken bat. But he was up
like
like 2 or 3 times to pinch hit, and Davey kept kind of saving him and for the right moment. And you put an inning together.
And that's what it was. It was always next guy up, always believed in each other, really thought like this guy's, whoever was going to be in the moment was going to get the job done, and we just continue to do that.
I know you've been asked a million times, you were asked a million times last year, but honestly, with the 1931 start or whatever, was there ever a moment seriously where you thought, it's, for whatever we were just snake bit this year and it's just not going to happen? Did you ever think that inside? You had to have.
Yeah, you're human. Obviously, we're just not, we weren't playing good baseball. I think that was the most frustrating thing is when you're not playing good baseball, you're like, how can we turn this around? Because it was all the little things that we weren't doing right. And so
injuries too were a factor.
And injuries were a factor as well.
Yeah.
For at least a chunk of time when we didn't have Trey, Juan, and Rendon.
Mm-hmm.
That really hurt the team. So, but I think we just collectively just started playing better baseball. It wasn't any magic rah-rah speech or anything like that. We just continue to do the small things right. Everything that we set out in spring to do and do all the little things right, we just started doing it. And we just caught fire, continued to just play good baseball from then on out. It wasn't like we went into a huge winning streak of any which kind. We just played great baseball from then on.
You played up to your potential.
Right.
Yeah.
Correct.
And then you had the injury, though, and that must have been frustrating.
Yeah, that was actually really, really frustrating.
I can't remember how many starts you missed. About 4 or 5? Was it more?
Yeah,
I feel like it was more than that, maybe.
It was basically 2 months worth of dealing with it, and for me, I pitched through so much crap in my life, knowing what you can and can't pitch through, and what I was dealing with wasn't actually like that bad in terms of like the pain level. I was able to pitch and get up on the mound, and I was, throwing mid-upper 90s, and yet I was hurting myself, and so that was what was really confusing. Usually your velo is the first thing to go if you're hurt. But I was able to keep my velo all the way up there, and that's where I didn't know how to handle. I didn't know when I was 100%. Because if I can throw it as hard as I can and it works,
must be fine.
I must be fine. And so for me, it was the endurance of that muscle back there.
And it would hurt after, or like after each pitch?
No, it started like kind of setting in the fourth, fifth. It would, as the game went on,
feel weird.
It would just feel like it's back there, but I could. I'd look back up at the, it'd still be, 95, 96, and I'd be like, all right, I'm good. I can pitch through this. And so, that's when, obviously, when I came out of the start, and then the next day, I'm completely locked up in my back. Like, obviously now I'm in trouble. So it was hard for me to really tell the team at first, where that line was of where, kind of go, no go, of, am I hurt or am I injured? And I didn't know really how to communicate that. But the good thing is, I really feel like that's in my rearview mirror. Thought I identified it in the off season, and even when we came down here, it was a little mechanical thing in my mechanics that was actually in my front elbow that I think that was causing it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so sick.
Yeah.
That chain reaction.
Yeah,
right?
the chain. What it was is, if my elbow was high, the way when I start my arm action, that was firing on the back. If I keep my elbow down a little bit lower at shoulder height, it puts all the stress out in the lat and the serratus. So for me, I feel great right now.